He could find peace in that tree. A long time ago. Now there is no peace.
Turn your chest to the wall.
If you're a die-hard Yellowstone fan, you probably felt a little off after watching John Dutton's shocking fate unfold. Was it just me, or did something seem off? Could it be that this wasn't just a tragic goodbye to one of TV's most iconic characters, but rather a setup for something bigger? Let's dive into the details and try to unpack if Yellowstone just served up a major plot hole, or left us breadcrumbs for a mind-blowing twist. So here's how it all went down. In a swift, heart-wrenching turn of events, John Dutton, the legend, the patriarch, was found dead, in what looked like a suicide. His children, Beth and Case, stumbled upon him. And with the evidence in the room, the gunpowder on his hands, it seemed straightforward. Or was it? Just moments later, we learned that John's tragic death wasn't actually a suicide at all, but a meticulously planned murder, with market equities fixer, Sarah Atwood, right in the middle of it. This revelation changes everything. Now it's a murder mystery, a revenge plot, and a family saga all wrapped up into one intense story. But here's where things get murky. Fans can't help but feel like the storyline doesn't quite line up with what we've seen so far, and it's led to one burning question. Did Yellowstone just pull a fast one on us? Or is there something bigger going on here? Did Jamie even know? When we look back at Season 5, Part 1, we see a moment between Jamie and Sarah that's got fans scratching their heads. Sarah and Jamie were discussing getting rid of a Dutton, but it wasn't John they were talking about. Nope. That conversation was about Beth. Let's rewind. Beth had just broken into Jamie's house, attacking him, and things got heated. Jamie, feeling the weight of his sister's threats, finally snapped. He wanted to play offense, not defense. So when Sarah mentioned getting rid of someone, it wasn't John they were talking about. It was Beth. And if that's the case, how did things take a turn to target John instead? Now here's where fans have started piecing together a theory that maybe, just maybe, Jamie isn't behind his father's death at all. Jamie seemed genuinely shocked when he learned about John's suicide. His reaction felt real, like he didn't see it coming, because he literally didn't. Could it be that Sarah acted alone, setting up John's murder as a power play for market equities? The questionable hit. Was Jamie duped? It's possible that Sarah manipulated Jamie to get exactly what she and her employers wanted, John out of the way. Think about it. Eliminating John Dutton clears a massive path for market equities to take over the land and clear away one of their biggest obstacles. Jamie, while driven by his rivalry with Beth and his own ambitions, might not have fully understood the depth of Sarah's schemes. Let's revisit the scene where Sarah meets Grant, the hitman who takes care of John's suicide. They talk business like it's just another Tuesday. Grant casually drops, "We provide logistical solutions to conflicts you can't handle on your own." He doesn't directly say they're doing Jamie's bidding, and there's no mention of a secondary target. This is all about John. It's almost like Sarah wanted it to look like Jamie was behind the whole thing, but the reality may be more twisted. Sarah Atwood, the true villain? Sarah Atwood has proven herself a master manipulator. Since her arrival, she's pushed Jamie's buttons, drawn him into her web, and led him to believe that he's destined to be the younger lion who'll take the Dutton family crown. Remember when she told Jamie, "Lions don't die of old age. They die in the jaws of younger lions." It's chilling because she may be doing exactly what she's suggesting, positioning Jamie to take the fall while she comes out on top. Let's look at it from market equities perspective. They've been eyeing the Dutton land for years, battling in court, and using underhanded tactics to get their way. But with John alive, their plans kept hitting roadblocks. By eliminating him, they've removed their biggest obstacle, and by implicating Jamie, they've potentially fractured the Dutton family in a way that may be impossible to repair. If this theory holds water, Sarah is the puppet master, pulling the strings and watching as Jamie unknowingly dances to her tune. And if she set him up without him realizing, he could be a pawn about to take the ultimate fall. Beth's role in the aftermath. Now, you might be wondering, where does Beth fit into all of this? Beth has always been the Dutton family's fiercest defender, especially when it comes to protecting her father and the ranch. She's also had it out for Jamie since, well, forever. She immediately suspects Jamie in John's death, fueled by years of animosity and betrayal. But as Beth digs deeper, could she uncover the real truth and discover that Sarah, not Jamie, is the one behind John's murder? Imagine the twist if Beth and Jamie were forced to join forces, putting aside years of bitterness to go after the true villain, Sarah Atwood. It would be a shocking turn of events, but it's not impossible. If Yellowstone has shown us anything, it's that family alliances can shift, especially when the stakes are as high as saving the Dutton legacy. The future of the Dutton family. What's next? With John's death, the Duttons face their biggest crisis yet. Their patriarch is gone, and without him, they're more vulnerable than ever. This tragedy could set off a brutal chain of events, one where each Dutton has to make difficult choices about loyalty, revenge, and survival. Beth may see her father's death as a call to arms, a reason to fight even harder to preserve his legacy. Meanwhile, Case, who's often been torn between his loyalty to his family and his love for his wife Monica, may find himself forced to choose a side in the brewing war. And Jamie? If he learns the truth about Sarah's manipulation, he could be pushed to the edge, potentially becoming a wild card in this saga. If the Dutton family does unite, there's a chance they may try to bring Sarah down together, giving us an epic showdown for the ages. The mystery of the Yellowstone ending. Ultimately, there's one big question hanging over all of this. Did Yellowstone make a mistake with John's storyline, or is this setup for a game-changing reveal? There's a theory circulating that John's death, as sudden as it was, might be more about moving the chess pieces into place than closing a chapter. Could Taylor Sheridan, the show's creator, be planning a grand twist, a shocking comeback, or even a revelation that changes everything we thought we knew? Perhaps the show isn't about the Duttons simply defending their land. It might be about the Duttons finally understanding what it takes to truly protect it, to set aside their pride and grudges, to face down the powerful enemies closing in on all sides. In the end, this supposed plot hole might be an intentional breadcrumb trail left by Sheridan to keep us guessing until the very last moment. So, was John's death a final goodbye to Kevin Costner's character? Or is it a plot twist that's setting the stage for something much bigger? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. We're all on the edge of our seats, waiting to see how this story unfolds. If you're as invested in the Dutton saga as we are, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. Because with Yellowstone, nothing is ever as it seems, and we're just getting started.